check.
right? For what?
Mic.
I'm not sure. What's in your range of things that you would do?
This one's good. I don't know who's taking care of this.
Did you check that?
No, this is. I didn't do this last year either, though.
One of these?
It was this last year. Because I remember that's why we touched this.
Is it on now or not?
I don't know about this one.
I'm looking right now.
Just in case it's on.
Comes on.
Which one? Oh, is this the one we're going to be using?
I have no idea. There's like 10 of them. Can't we just pick one? Check.
Test.
Okay, good.
There's got to be someone here that runs this place.
Thanks.
That's what you think. There's one guy here.
Check one. You know why this is taped?
Nah, I think it's just because this creeps open.
That should be the speaker to speak so that they can hear us. Do you need anything else from me? I don't think so. May not. None of those work. It's just the same, right? Don't worry, it's supposed to. It goes on. Yeah. Yeah.
X2.
We prefer to be the one on the podium. Yeah, we can. Like not that, but
You know, little details.
Got the last little. Check.
How's it
What's up,
going?
Dale?
good to see you.
Check. Yeah, how's it going? Carrie.
Check.
Check. Is that it? Right there? Check. No.
Oh.
Thursday, the sevens are tired. Well, that and like Jordan's missing Thursday. She's at her sister's graduation.
Nope. Nothing. My check. 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 Check.
I mean, we can still do a little bit on the field.
Okay. Drew. Test. Good evening, everybody. If you could start finding your seats, we'll get ready to start. Box closer. Like. Oh, okay. All right, hello, good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming out and joining us tonight on senior night. If I could get you all to quickly stand real quick as our class of 23 enters in from those doors over the way, and give them a loud round of applause as they enter. Let's give it a go. Loud round of applause for our class of 23. Find your picture. Find your name. Find your picture. All right. Holding up. All right, and real quick, one last round of applause for that class of 23. Again, thank you everybody for coming out tonight and sharing this evening and honoring this fantastic class of 23. My name's Kerry Rosenberry. I have been the college director here since the start of the new year. And tonight we have a chance to honor the second largest graduating class in Legends history, as well as the largest boys class in Legends history. One of the things we realize is that there are a number of clubs that you guys can place your child at, and we thank you for entrusting us to this point. Before we get started, there's a lot of work that goes into everything that you see here. So real quick, if they're still here, if these individuals could stand up. Taylor, Chelsea, Val, Lisa, Jill, and Kathy. Those are responsible for everything you see up here. I'm sure you've seen a lot of social media graphics and All that goes to Edwin and Irving, who are back there. If we could give them a loud round of applause as well. Oh, Irving right there. A quick little shout out as well to two members who aren't with our program anymore but have been huge pieces. At the end of this, if we could give a huge round of applause to Richard Antoine and Jim Wayne. We as a club are extremely proud of the amazing accomplishments of this class and the perseverance it has taken them to get here. Before we get started, I'd like to touch on our college program here at Legends just a little bit. Our college program historically has been one of the most successful in the country, with this past season having 204 college athletes in college soccer. With this large class, we are now nearly at 800 commits in the history of Legends. That's right, 800. One of the things that we are most proud of is our alumni being able to transfer success at the club level to success at the collegiate level. This past season, we had 44 players qualify for the respective national tournaments. We had 26 players receive postseason all-conference awards. We had 12 players reach the Sweet 16, with 3 reaching the Final Four, and 2 reaching the Division I National Championship, and both of them becoming Division I national champions. Our alumni has had some special moments this past season, starting off with Alyssa Moore at UC Irvine, who scored a big goal in the first round of the NCAA tournament to upset USC, as well as an additional goal in the round of 32 to lead UC Irvine to the Sweet 16 for the first time in program history. We had a goalkeeper, Trinity Corcoran, finish the season top 5 in save percentage in the country, top 10 in goals against and in shutouts, while saving 6 penalties in the in the Big Sky tournament, with 3 of them coming in the Big Sky tournament championship. And finally, we had Ali Lemos, who last year was one of our class of 2022, who started every game for the national champions UCLA this past season while earning Pac-12 Freshman of the Year, second team All-Pacific, the College Cup All-Tournament team, and I'm sure we've all seen the video of her taking that fantastic corner to complete the comeback against North Carolina in the national championship. This class, this large class up here, now gets to be a part of that legacy that they've laid down before them, and we are expecting huge things from this class. Now, we get to talk about the class that we're all here for tonight. This class features 81 players committed to going on to play college soccer. This, like I said, the second largest class in Legends history. This class is spread out amongst 49 different universities, spread out amongst 20 different states across the country, and representing 27 conferences, with 51 players staying home in California and 30 players going out of state. On stage, we have all of our levels represented, from ECNL, ECRL, Elite 64, SoCal, and Co-Soccer. This has truly been a fantastic class with tons of success, with accolades such as national titles at the DPL level, a recent national cup, Surf Cup Best of the Best championships, ECRL Conference championships, CIF championships, and CIF state championships. This truly has been one of the most successful classes in Legends history, and I will struggle to find a class this big and this successful across the country. So let's go, one more round of applause for them. Now, to introduce the founder of the club, whose vision has shaped our club and made all of this possible, please give a warm welcome to our leader, Josh Hodges.
First of all, thank you very much, Carrie, for the great introduction, kind of sharing the history of the club and some of the stats for this class. This night. Hopefully when you guys are done with this, you feel like we want to make this special for you guys. We want to recognize you. We want to honor you. This is something that we look forward to all year, and it's a chance to celebrate you guys and everybody here in this room and the role that you all played for this moment, for this incredible accomplishment. Tonight is a celebration of the players' young and men and women's journey, and that all they've sacrificed to get this moment. For most of you guys, it's been 10 and 11-year investment. That's not even counting if you started in little camps or clinics along the way. So it's been a huge amount of time that you spent, and we just want to honor you tonight and not just cheer, as Carrie mentioned earlier, not just cheer what you've accomplished now, but what you're going to accomplish as you move forward. So a big round of applause for the class of 2023. Carrie already talked about it being the largest class, the largest boys class, which I think is a testament to a lot of the hard work the boys side's doing as well. We're excited about that. Tough times, challenges. We had to go to Arizona to play soccer just so we could get footage. You know, they kept pushing the college date back when people could recruit, people could come out just to make things fair across the country. It felt like it was never ending. It's also had the landscape of soccer changed. U.S. soccer kind of went down. You know, different things popped up, and even in Southern California, we had to change out of Cal South to U.S. Club Soccer. So a lot of change, a lot of adversity. I hate to bring them up, but I feel it's important to truly recognize that it was not normal and it was not easy to do. But all of you guys here tonight, you did it. So congratulations on that. Going on to play college soccer, it's not a guarantee, and you found a way when many would have given up. When everything was messed up, you guys all stuck together. We appreciate your trust and loyalty, as Carrie mentioned earlier, and we're just thankful for who you are and who you represent. I'd like to share a few words that can help describe the class of 23 from my perspective that you guys will pass on to Legends' future generations. The first word is persistence. The definition of persistence is a continuance in a course of action despite difficulty or opposition. Your class of 2023 decided to be persistent no matter what the opposition was. It was not easy and it was stressful, but you stayed the course. You showed your persistence in soccer and your academics. You get to reap the benefits of your persistence, and it doesn't have to stop here. You'll carry this mentality on with you to college with your academics, your soccer, and your daily environment, and help you to drive to be successful both on and off the field. Patience, the ability to endure difficult circumstances. This whole journey is a process. You did not panic. You showed your ability to embrace all of the positives and successes with humility. You showed your ability to be patient through good and challenging times. Nothing was given to you, and you were patient through the process, and I believe this patience you learned will help guide you through this next part of your journey. Purpose, the cumulative effect of meaningful goals, a long-term aim or guiding principle. You guys set individual goals, you set team goals, you set long-term goals for yourself. You had a purpose larger than any one practice, one game of soccer, and any special recruiting event. You had goals that you set out to accomplish, and you did. You're not done yet, and you need to continue to find your purpose as you move forward. The last definition I saw for purpose was the impact we want to have on the world. I love this one. Your leaders not only on the field, but in the schools you're attending and in your community. Being a student athlete gives you an incredible platform to make a huge impact on more than just the game of soccer. You have shown us your purpose-driven mentality throughout your career, and as you carry this on to your next step, we believe the sky's the limit for you guys. I thought about sharing this or not sharing this, but I turned 45 this year. I get up in the morning, I take walks. Does anybody in here take walks? Okay. Is anybody sore after they take their walks? I'm going through that process, but it's given me a great time to reflect on life and all the things that are important to me, and give me a chance to focus. And I was kind of reflecting on this night and just kind of even going back to when I started my journey in 1998. It was a long time ago. I was in similar shoes as you were right now. I made this decision like you to further my education and further my soccer career. Just like some of you are going to do, I picked up a family that would do anything and make sacrifice they could do for me to have every chance to be successful. My mom and dad had to trust that I'd be okay. I had to trust and believe that I would be okay. One of my favorite memories is my dad when he took the trip out to Kansas, from Kansas to California, to drop me off for school. It was supposed to be a 2-day trip, and he made it 4. I think he just wanted to spend more time with me and cherish the moment what we had together. I'm telling you right now, I'd do anything to have that trip again with him and be with him and talk to him. And I know how important he is to me and your family is to you. And I just want to encourage you guys to cherish these moments right here with your family, your parents and all your family. And this is a big deal for everybody involved, whether you are going far away or just around the corner. For your coaches, your teammates, your friends, and your family, that's why I wanted to take this moment just to remind you how much we care about you. Fast forward from being dropped off in California by my dad and the family part. What I did not know back then and could not see at the time was when I made the decision to come out here to California, how truly blessed I would have to have such an amazing family as everybody here at Legends FC. And I'm truly grateful for everybody taking me in the beginning and you guys sticking by my side through the process. It's also very important for you guys to understand and know that we are a family and that when you guys move on and go on to college and go on to do great things academically and in your careers and sports, that you know that we're always here for you, your coaching staff, the directors, the administration. We're still here to help and support you. We still track everything you guys do. We're still here to help you through the good and the bad times. So just want to make sure you know we're right by your side and that we're all extremely, extremely proud of you guys, the class of 23. If you guys could please stand up again and give a long clap for the class. So tonight you'll hear from each coach regarding their team and the players. We'll hear from some alumni about their journey thus far. We'll close out with some words of wisdom from Mama Hodges. It's going to be a great night, and thank you again for being here. And it's very important you understand what you mean to me and the entire club, and we're excited to share this night with you. So to kick it off, I'd like to call up Emily Knaus. She was back there. There she is. Class of 2018 alumni. She's going to share some of her experience. Emily played on the 1999s. She was a part of a team that won 2 national championships. She played in the U.S. soccer national team. She went to college to play at Arizona and then finished out at Boston College. When she was at Arizona, all Pac-12 freshman team. I know what she did. She finished her college career at Boston College at a 2-year All-ACC honor roll. This is the one I wanted to read. Receiving the Trish Berrigan Award, recognizing her leadership, friendship, athletic, and academic success, and bound to be a trailblazer for her career. But beyond her soccer success, she was just an incredible person and teammate. She was a leader for her team. She was a leader for the club, vocally and by her actions, and probably one of the most fit players the club has had in our history. Now competes in marathons and competes in cross-country fit competitions all over the country. She was able to negotiate with her new job to take a year before she started full-time. Came back here, luckily, to join Legends and helping us keep moving the club forward. She's going to be leaving shortly to start her career in New York at Goldman Sachs, which we're excited to see how she does there and how much success she's going to have. And she's here tonight because she's had a strong impact on the club and also myself personally. So please give a warm welcome to Emily Knaus.
Hello. But just know that all of your hard work has paid off and you should feel super accomplished. Only 6% of the 750,000 people who play high school soccer make it to the point that you're at. So let's give a little round of applause for that. So just a little bit about my journey. In 2012, I was ready to leave my local club, and after going to all the big clubs, Blues, Slammers, I came home and sat down as a family, and they're like, so what do you want to do? And I was like, no questions asked, it's Legends. And just put in perspective, I live 52 miles away in Long Beach, California, so my dad still resents me for that decision. A lot of time in the car together. But no, both my parents were obviously super relieved as we knew the quality of the club we were joining was extremely high. And as Josh kind of said, 6 years later, my 99 team won 2 national championships. We were in the final 2 other years, and we lost less games than I have fingers during my time there. So we had quite the run. Moving into college, my 4 years were exciting and challenging. I spent my first 2 years at the University of Arizona, finishing up my last 2 at BC. 2 completely different weather climates, to say the least. Having played in the Pac-12 and ACC, both deemed 2 super competitive conferences in the country, it was a ton of fun. My 4 years weren't perfect, but they were the most transformative years of my life. I committed super young as a freshman in high school. Now, thank goodness there's rules against doing all that. But I wanted to win U of A their first national championship at the age of 15. I didn't want to go to a school that had won it all yet. I wanted to be a part of program history, and I thought that U of A was the place to do that. But realizing I couldn't do it on my own was a huge moment of growth for me. I realized it took a village, and being here at Legends, as I'm sure all of you have experienced, it's the perfect example of that. Josh was my coach for 6 years, but alongside him, almost at every game, every tournament, was Matt Hodges, Boone, who have both passed on but are still a huge part of this club, Matt Evans, Alex Bengard, the parents who chaperoned our trips, Mama and Papa Hodges. Mama Hodges would send a selfie video before every regional and national championship with her Legends scarf on, telling us good luck and that she was there with us and that we had put in the work for that moment, moments I'll never forget. So the culture at Legends made our momentous run possible, and every day everyone wanted to show up and every player on the team had a role, but not one player or one coach led their team alone. I then got to BC, and along with finishing my last 2 seasons of college soccer, had to take on the inevitable journey of what comes next. None of us want to face it, but at some point you're going to be asked questions, so what do you want to do after college? And you're like, I can't do this for the rest of my life. Like, I thought this was it. And so one step at a time, one conversation after another, I began to realize that all of the life lessons, adversity, success, and failures weren't just going to play a role in my soccer career. During my first interview with Goldman Sachs, they said, so tell me about a time you've worked with weeks you recovered, recouped, and got ready for the next season. And so in my head, I thought I never stood a chance at a big finance firm. But through the interview process, I realized I was more prepared than most people that I was interviewing with for the same position. Losing a national championship, winning a national championship, not playing, being a captain of your team, they all go so far beyond your sport. And as Josh mentioned, I'm super fortunate to start my job there this June, a position that will start the next chapter of my life and continue to challenge me in new ways, just as this next chapter will do for all of you. My biggest piece of advice to all of you is to stay present and trust the process. When I tell you it feels like yesterday I was in your seat, Josh asked me today what my grad year was, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was 5 years ago. It's seriously, time flies, so just stay present and enjoy the moments. There will be moments of pure joy when you beat your rival school at home or you score your first goal, and there will also be moments of defeat. So my advice to you is to soak in the good moments and learn from the bad ones. 4 years from now, you're going to be in a job interview or in the draft or trying to figure out what's next, and you're going to realize how far you've come and how everything from club to college and beyond has truly shaped you into the incredible individual you've become. So congrats again to all of you, and thank you for having me tonight.
Great job, Emily. Next, I'd like to introduce Drew Ray. He's our Executive Director of Soccer. He's spent a lot of time on the boys' side the last couple years and has shifted over to help operate the whole entire soccer side for the club. College coach, been a college coach for a long time, won a national championship, helped bring a lot of success to the boys program as you're seeing tonight, and that's our success as kids going to college and being successful in that environment. So we're very fortunate and blessed to have Drew, and he's going to say a few words and introduce the next guest speaker. Here's Drew.
So I'm not the greatest big room speaker, so bear with me here. I love a small room. I love little chit chat, but the big one scares me to death. So, anyway, first off, I would like you guys all to stand. Okay. I think the hardest job parents have to do is researching the schools, writing the emails, even though you say you don't do it. But I think we owe them a nice round of applause today. I know as parents it takes a lot, and you guys can sit down. It takes a lot of hours, a lot of driving, especially at the elite level. You're traveling across the country, and once you've paid off one, it seems like you're making another one. So again, it takes a lot. And I was a kid I lived in Redlands. I played in La Jolla with the Nomads 3 nights a week, so I understand the commitment. And probably at the time, you don't realize how much your parents put in. Sooner or later, you'll realize it, and then you'll look back like, oh my God, what did I do to my parents? So again, parents, we really appreciate it. So with that, my job is to talk about the boys. Just a few highlights for the year. I was lucky enough to come into this job through Alex Bengard, and then obviously working under Brent Broadhurst. I came from another rival club, and this has been one of the greatest experiences of my life. So taking over the boys program, thanks to Brent, leaving in COVID times, just kind of said, hey, good luck and enjoy yourself. He's always been in the back seat helping us, and he's obviously created a monster for us, and obviously we're reaping the benefits from it. So with that said, this year so far, 22 commitments. We have a kid as a freshman this year at UCR, Big West champion, started for them, Big West champ in the league and in the tournament. We also had a young man head to UMass, one of the top 10 schools in the country on the boys' side. He's now the captain as his sophomore year. So that's 2 massive ones in the college game. Obviously, you're going to meet Jackson. There's a few other guys in 2004 class that are playing, starting, logging tons of minutes. Right now, through ECNL, we're top 10 club in the country. That's number 1 in the West. Right now, we have 3 teams number 1 in the league. We have 5 teams going to the playoffs. With that, 6 teams of our ECRL are currently sitting in a playoff spot. So that tells you the depth of our club. You look at some of the other clubs around in Southern California, their number 1 team, their ECNL is maybe at the top end, but their RL kind of drops off. For us, it's a powerhouse in terms of being able to pull players up and down, and it's something we pride ourselves in. So obviously the 22 tonight is not just ECNL, it's also the RL and FC teams. Youngers, we had 3 state cup champions in our babies, leading the way 2016 and a 2010 age group. So, and then lastly, we have 8 kids called up into the national team. Since I've been here, I haven't seen those type of numbers, and I think the youth of our program is strong, and I think that's going to continue on. So that's a little bit about the boys. Obviously, I've been a college coach for 17 years, something I've been pretty proud of. 2 of the most memorable things is, as a college coach, is seeing that kid get committed. So being able to talk to that kid on the phone, being able to talk to the parents, to sit them down in your office and say, there's a spot for you. That's one of the greatest moments. The second part is graduating. So for a college coach, the joy of getting a kid to commit, and then for the joy to see that kid move on, start their career, start a family, whatnot. For us as club coaches and directors, the most amazing thing is to see the kids sitting here. Because some of the kids, I'm sure some of these coaches have seen them. I know Jackson's been here since the age of 8 or 9. And to see that kid come all the way through, graduate, and then come back to speak, it's pretty special. So for us, this is the greatest thing. And the process of it, it's tedious, it's hard, there's a grind. Sometimes you feel like you're just not going to find that school. And I know a lot on the boys' side, and I haven't been on the girls' side as much, and I'm getting involved again, but it leads up to the last minute, and you feel like it's not going to happen, and all of a sudden those curtains open, and obviously you sign, and it's relief and excitement all at the same time. So again, the process of it, don't forget it. Don't forget this time, because soon you might be advising somebody else on how to get there. And I do think it's something that parents, you'll look back and say, oh my gosh, this is the greatest experience for what we ended up going to. So again, Emily stole it. 6% of kids get committed to school, to play a sport. For me, that's pretty amazing. For you guys to be one of the 6%, you should pat yourself on the back. And then really at the end of the day, enjoy your time. Respect the people around you. Respect the peers. Look up to the seniors. Follow them. Lead. Pick up the bag of balls. Pick up the cones. Help them out whenever you can. You'll kind of be that kid that they put their arm around and embrace, and it'll make your process that much easier. So again, I'm going to start off bringing up Jackson. Jackson, he's not as cool as Emily, but he's going to tell you his story. This kid, I think Brent could probably spend an hour talking about him. One of the greatest kids to ever play for us. Just a leader, fantastic student athlete, someone that I hope everybody follows in his footsteps through our club. And come on up, give him a nice round of applause.
Played every game, played every minute, and had an exciting first year at one of the toughest academic schools in the country. I've been at Legends for my entire club soccer career. I started when I was 8 years old. I've had 4 coaches during my time here: Coach Manny, Coach Brent, Coach Drew, and Coach Ever. And I've learned some very valuable things from them along my journey. From lessons off the field, lessons on the field, I was really able to use what they said, and it's helped me become the man I am today. This club has done great things to try to kind of making everybody seem feel like a whole family, from staff members to players to parents to the the players' families, stuff like that. It's really done a good job. I've seen Legends grow so much over the past couple years, from being a mid-table team in CRL to being accepted into ECNL and DA, and having 5 teams make it to ECNL playoffs in 2021, and being a top 10 club in the country and #1 in the West for ECNL, which is great. I've seen some of these boys here who are graduating. I've played with them, for the past, 5-6 years, and I can't say enough how proud I am of them. It's I was just going through that process, and it's just great to see kids younger than you do the same thing and do well and have success. Like everything has its ups and downs, and this family that Legends has built really does a good job of letting you know that you always have a shoulder to lean on, and you have no problem being that shoulder to lean on for somebody else. It's crazy, when you're in middle school, you think, oh, college is 8 years away, right? But before you know it, it's upon you, and you gotta prepare for it. Some advice I have for y'all. First thing, time management. I struggled with that my freshman year, a lot. I remember walking up this season after running around for 90 minutes and walking up to my dorm and remembering I have an essay due 11:59 that night and then an exam the next day, and just wasn't, it's not the greatest feeling, but as long as you get your time management down, you should be straight. My second piece of advice is to have confidence. And I know going into a new environment, new team as a freshman, other players who've been on the team for 3 years, it's kind of tough. But you come in with confidence. You work on yourself over the summer. Get fit, get strong. Be the most polished player you can, and you'll succeed. Just to wrap things up, super proud of all y'all, 80 of y'all or something. It's crazy. It's crazy numbers. Super proud of you guys, and I wish you guys best of luck in academic and athletic careers.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to invite the coaches up. Then they're going to call up their players, and then one of the kids will have a chance to speak and talk about the team and their experience. So right now, can I get Travis Harvard?
watch these young kids come up here and they got their phones and I got a piece of paper. So when we started this season with this team, it first started off very slow. I have to thank Ryan Casey for giving me the opportunity to get a coach that really could help these girls get to the next level. Really worked hard to get our MPL status. And at the end of the day, you take a team from 7 different teams, put the players together, 3 different clubs, and you try to make the best team you can in one season to give them a good senior year for a lot of these girls. And we end up having a very successful season considering the coming from so many different places and the diversity that we had. It's been a pleasure for myself and Coach Eric Lona, who could not be here tonight, and he's our actual coach. He did a great job with these girls. He showed a lot of compassion to them. He built them into the players that they've become because of the fact that he was patient. He didn't go out yelling and screaming and hollering. He was very supportive, and I think that all of them have come to really respect him and will always be in their life, whether they play soccer or not. So I want to give Eric Lona a real big round of applause from everybody. I appreciate it. I know he couldn't be here. For all of you, I want to congratulate every single one of you for all your hard work. Whenever we go out and we play different clubs, we go to different states, colleges, different teams always respect the Legend name because of the fact they know that quality players, hardworking players come from that, and the proof is in the pudding right here. Congratulations, all of you. Our team had a very good season. We ended up 6-3-1 in league. We went into the state cup. We only gave up 1 goal, but we did not advance just because of the fact we couldn't score enough. Overall record was 18-4-3 for our first season. That was really good. Congratulate our team. Give everybody a round of applause. Thank you very much. So basically, we ended up with 6 players that ended up committing this season. First one, Natalie Carlock. Come on up, Natalie. Natalie's AKA is Nani. Everybody knows her as Nani. She ended up committing to West Virginia Wesleyan. She is a very committed player. She ever wears her heart on her sleeve. She plays hard. She started off really as a striker, outside mid, ended up coming back and becoming a defender, and that's how she ended up going to Wesleyan. That's a great job, Nani. Good job. Nani. Next is Litzy Esquit, AKA the Honey Badger. Litzy is a very small player, but she plays big. Doesn't matter how big the other player is, she's always going to play bigger than she is. Don't take her for granted. She's going to do a great job in the center mid, and she's going to be playing for Greenville University. Tatum Stewart, Redlands University. Tatum has all of the skills and physical attributes that you want in a striker. She works hard, and we look forward to seeing her play at the next level over the next 4 years at Redlands University. Erin Warren. Erin played center back for us. She is a very strong player. She gives you everything she has every time she's out on the field, and we look forward to her going to Ottawa University next year. Ashley Harford. She's played center back for us. She was our rock as a defender. She has grown to become a complete player in the back, and look forward to seeing her play at University of South Carolina, Beaufort next year. Mariah Kavanaugh could not be here tonight, but she's a striker for us. She plays outside mid also, works hard. She's a grinder. She'll make it happen every time to try to get the ball on the offensive side. Here's our 6 players from our team, and this is the 04-05 Legends Girls Discovery Team.
Is anybody speaking? Ashley. Okay.
So I just put this together pretty quickly. My name is Ashley Harford, and I play for our Legends 0405 MPL team. I want to say that for me specifically, I've been in Legends for about 5 years, and I've had the privilege to play on many different teams and fill on as well as many different teams. What Legends means to me is something super special, because it was here I got to meet not only my teammates, but some of my closest friends, like Natalie Carluck, who's one of my best friends, and I was able to commit to a school that without Legends, I wouldn't have been able to do so. And I have received a coach who has helped shape me into the player I currently am. So not only for myself, but for my team, I would like to thank Coach Eric, even though he's not here. He took a team in less than a year and made such an impact on us and such a success. And I want to also thank you, Legends, who supported us in making of the team, and some of us girls being able to carry on that Legend name for quite a few years. We are forever very appreciative and can't wait to see what our next chapter is. Thank you.
Okay, John Benitez. And if the team could just step up and just step up to the front right now.
I just wanted to thank Legends FC first and foremost. They've done a lot for us. I've been with Legends almost 7 years, so I've seen the club grow. It's something that I've always wanted for my players. I've always wanted to have an option for these girls to always have abilities to look at their future and have something to look forward to. I appreciate everybody of the staff, the coaches, and my assistant coach, Jim. I don't know where he's at, but that's my road dog right there. From day one, he's always been that guy. So with the team we had was, I think we've had them since they were 8 years old, probably younger than that, 6. They came from AYSO Select. They were just way too good. We wanted to play some club teams, and we beat them. And it was the next step, and went to Corinthians, great club there. Just couldn't figure out what we would have for those girls in the future, and it was college. Some of these girls wanted to play college, wanted to play pro, and that's what my idea was to do, was to get these girls with that dream. And Legends was that dream for us as a club, and that's what we wanted to do. So we stood our guns, and we decided to stay with Legends for these 7 years. And these one girl here is my daughter. Her first name is Leilani Benitez, and she is committed to going to Norco College. She's our striker. She scored quite a few goals, more than I expected. It was something that I wasn't you always have that daughter on the team, but she wouldn't start for me. Coach Jim would just start her. It was kind of stuff like that. So she would show herself and prove herself during practice. You can tell that she able to give you 110% every single time. And just want her to always know that she's willing to sacrifice her body. And she never got hurt. Honestly, I was surprised that she's so skinny. But she's a 110. I don't know what she is, but really appreciate her and her hard work. I'm not a comedian, but please give it up for Leilani. My second player, her craft, everything she does. She wanted to be at that next level, and I think her work ethic, her God-given abilities, she has a lot of success already within her college career. JFK, she's just about to do her thing, and then she's like, "You know what? I want to play college ball," and I'm like, "Now you want to put together a soccer program on herself?" She didn't go to varsity, but she was able to, like, you know what? I'm gonna get better, lose weight, gain muscle, all this other stuff, and out of nowhere, she's like, "Coach, I got picked up. I got picked up." Isabella Laura will be going to Pacific University in San Dimas, California. Give it up for her one more time. My third and final player I would like to bring up, she exemplifies the quality of any college coach to look at. I mean, she has the highest work ethic and talent. All those combined separates her from the masses. She's my captain on this team. She's been my captain the last 6-7 years. It's Jim's daughter, Karis Anderson. Give it up for her, please. High level, at a youth program. I can definitely pick those girls that are like, oh, you know what, she's going to do damage. She's going to do things. And what kind of hurt last year, her ACL injury, and it was something that I was like, oh, no. And it was just like, you could just see her just like, why did this happen to me? And just, I knew she had this drive in her that she was able to, you know what, give me 6-7 months to come back. And she did. And for that, the passion that she had, 100% every single time. And her being that captain always displayed that on the field. She was a good supporter. She was everything that a friend can ask for and a teammate. She will be committing to the University of Laverne, California, and she's going to do some damage there. So please give it up one more time for these three girls. I appreciate them, bottom of my heart. Appreciate the team, the staff. I'd like to bring up Karis Anderson, my captain. She's going to speak real quick for you guys and tell you what's up.
Good evening, everybody. It's an honor to speak up here today. My name is Karis Anderson. I've been a captain on John Benitez and Jim Anderson's Girls 05 MPL team for about 6 years now. First, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today as we celebrate the class of 2023 and our accomplishments. I'd also like to thank the coaches for always striving to improve our performance as players and helping us succeed in our following chapters. Regardless of how long you've been on the team or if you're actually biologically related to the coaches or one of them, they step up and step in as father figures for each of the girls. As I mentioned, I've been on this team for 6 years now. I've seen players come and go and families come and go, but John and Jim remain here for us always. While our coaches do play a significant role on the team, it's also essential to recognize the hard work and dedication that comes from the players too. It's not just about winning games, it's about the effort we put in as a team. Finally, I want to acknowledge how proud I am of each and every one of my teammates and everybody up here for, sorry, hold on, I lost my spot. For playing their hardest and never failing to put a smile on my face. But most importantly, I am proud of how we have represented ourselves both on and off the field. We have shown what it means to be true athletes, which is something to always be proud of. So, as we say goodbye to this last season, I want you all to remember this is just the beginning. Many more games will come, and I look forward to seeing what you all do next. I have no doubt that each of you will continue to excel and achieve greatness. I'd also like to thank Legends for setting all of this up for us and providing us with the opportunities we wouldn't have had without your unconditional support. Thank you, and have a great night.
Okay, so obviously we have many different chapters, and the one thing we pride ourselves here at Legends is giving every kid an opportunity from whatever level, whatever region, and this is another example. I'm going to have Dennis come on up. This is out of our Beaumont region.
All right, I train the Legends GO5 Beaumont Ukaipa region. We are in MPL this year. We finished 5th out of 12 teams. I have 2 players commit this year. My first one is Ava Berger. She committed to Mount San Jacinto. She's a versatile midfielder. She's played all over the midfield and the back sometimes for me when I need her. I throw her in anywhere I can where I need her at, and she's a quality player, and I'm looking forward to seeing her play in the college ranks. My second player is Hallie O'Neill. My second player is Hallie O'Neill, and yes, she is my daughter. She usually plays the 6 or the 8 for me. Sometimes I'll throw her in the 10. She committed to Pacific Lutheran University up in Tacoma, Washington, and I know it's a far way away, but I'm proud of her that she's going there and gonna go do her thing and have a good time while she's at it. So I want to thank both Ava and Hallie. I really enjoyed coaching them. All the girls on the team, I really did. I've had most of them since they're 8, 9, 10 years old, and it was just a great. Sometimes they drive me nuts, but they're great kids to be with, and I'm looking forward to their futures in college and their academics and their soccer career. I want to thank Legends. All right, I want to congratulate this 80-something student athletes up here. It's amazing. You guys should be proud of yourselves. So thank you very much, and appreciate it. Oh, Hallie O'Neill is going to do the talk for my team.
Hi, I'm Hallie. So I've been a part of my team since it started when I was about 8 years old, and I've been with a lot of the same girls since then. Because of that, I've created a lot of great bonds with my teammates and almost like a sisterhood. I've made so many great memories and a lot of great friendships that I'll forever cherish. About 5 years ago, my team moved to Legends, and it was the greatest move we ever could have made. Without Legends, I don't know where I would be today. They provided so many great opportunities for my whole team, so thank you guys. I'd also like to thank my coach and my dad for all that he has done. He's put a lot of time, effort, and energy into our team, and so I couldn't thank him enough. We have a lot of crazy personalities on our team, so I don't know how he did it throughout 10 plus years. I would also like to thank all the players up here who committed, especially my teammate Ava, who has worked really hard for this opportunity. She deserves it, so congrats, Ava. Thank you.
Okay, and now out of Santa Clarita, we have Coach Brett.
Tonight I'm representing Legends out of Santa Clarita Valley, specifically Girls 05 MPL. So if you guys want to come up to the front. This team has had a list of accomplishments the last 7 years with me, multiple league titles, Surf College Cup champions, Legend Showcase champions. Been a great group to be with, and we'll be honoring 4 players tonight. First is Giselle Monteforte. Gigi will be attending Chaminade University in Hawaii in the fall. Gigi has been a foundational piece for her Legends team, anywhere on the back line as well as the 6. Gigi is a player who possesses an extremely high level of soccer IQ, understands reading the game at an elite level. Gigi is tough as nails when it comes to defending and is technically superior on the ball. Gigi was a part of the Hart girls soccer team that won the treble this year, league champs, CIF Division II champions, as well as Southern California Regional Division II champions. Gigi. Next is Kiana Madera. She will be attending College of the Canyons for her first collegiate season, with the goal being transferring to a 4-year university. Kiana has been a consistent starter for her Legends teams the past 7 seasons, taking on the role as the number 9. Kiana is a naturally talented player that's such a joy to watch with the ball at her feet. Kiana was utilized as a false nine, being pivotal in her team's link-up play, leading to the majority of team's goals. Kiana's been such a joy to watch over these years. She also was a leader on her high school team that made it all the way to the quarterfinals of CIF Southern Section Division 4 this year. Kiana. Next is Laura Brennan. Laura will be attending Biola University on an academic and athletic scholarship in the fall. Laura is a dual sport athlete, soccer and track and field, and last year was a CIF individual champion in the shot put. This year she's third in the state, with her last throw being 42 feet 8 inches. Laura is an extremely talented goalie, someone who has been pivotal in our success in many of shutouts and many of victories over the years. Laura was also a part of the Hart High School team that won the treble this year. Laura. Briley Phelps will be attending Biola University on an athletic and academic scholarship in the fall. Briley has been the captain of this team the last 5 seasons, starting as the 10 attacking mid. Briley's greatest strengths on the field include her grit and tenacity, excellent technical ability, and finishing hunger in front of goal, coupled with an extremely high level of soccer IQ. Briley was also a captain on the Hart High School team that completed the treble this season. And after that historical season, Briley was named All Foothill League Player of the Year, LA Daily News All Area Player of the Year, and All CIF Division II Player of the Year. Briley Phelps.
I'm Briley Phelps, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity to get to play under Brett all these years, and how he pushed us to have the opportunity to play at the next level. Having a coach who invests so much into your team and cares about every single girl individually pushes us to want to be better for each other. I am also super thankful for getting to play with my team all these years and getting to be a part of such a competitive and energetic group. I found some of my best friends from this group of girls, and we have made memories I'll never forget. The camaraderie and chemistry of this team is unmatched and something I will miss a lot. We're all very excited for the next chapter and to play at the next level together.
Okay, now we're going to have the San Bernardino chapter come up. Michael.
Oof, big crowd. Testing? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Cool? Okay. Before I start, I want to give a big shout out to every senior athlete here. Once a player myself, and I'm sure that every student athlete out there has a dream to sign and commit to a college or university, and you guys made that a reality. So congratulations to the senior athletes of 2023. So again, my name is Coach Mike. I'm the assistant coach for the 2005 girls out of the newly San Bernardino region. I'm here in place of head coach Sammy Lara to represent these amazing athletes. And just a huge shout out to head coach Sammy. It wouldn't be possible without these girls. 5 years in the making, 7 years in the making, through hard work, determination, dealing with good times, dealing with bad times. But we did it. You girls did it. You girls finished as undefeated champions in CRL and nationals with only 12 players on the roster this last season. Me and Coach Sammy couldn't be any more proud of you girls. Not only are you girls champions on the field, but you girls are champions off the field as well. And I wouldn't have chose any other team better to represent the Legends FC San Bernardino region. To start us off, I would like to call Ruth Covey. Ruth has signed with New Mexico Highland University. Ruth is an outstanding player, a powerhouse of a player, a goal scorer, a strong and fast winger, and definitely a clutch player. She's always shows up when we need her the most, and to say it best, we definitely always need our Ruth. I wish you the best of luck in New Mexico, and thank you for all you have done for the team, Ruth. One player that we don't have here, unfortunately, is Gisele Spears. She has signed with Chaffee College, and when I truly mean that there's not enough words to explain the quality player that she has. To put it best, 1 second she could be at midfield with the ball, and then in the next 3 or 5 seconds she'll be in the opponent's goal box with 3 or 4 players on the grounds doing the splits, looking for the ankles, and scoring goals. So she's truly a master of the ball, a master of the skill. Giselle, thank you for not. I mean, thank you so much for being here. It sucks that you couldn't be here. Yeah. Next, our captain, Chloe Rodriguez. Chloe has also signed with Chaffey College. Chloe is definitely the heart of our offense, a true number 9, a true striker, a true team player, and a true captain. All the qualities you'll need in a goal striker, but it doesn't just stop there. She can also be a playmaker for the team, the ability to drag 1 or 2 or 3 defenders to make space for her teammates to score, the leadership to not only hold herself accountable, but the team as well. We can always count on her in struggling times, and an unstoppable player and amazing number 9. Chloe, I thank you for leading and helping us this team. Watch you play has truly been a joy to watch. Good luck in everything you wish to achieve in life. Next, we have Gabby Orantes, our dynamic duo, a hardened defense. Gabby has also signed for Chaffey College. She's our tank in our defense, a very strong, smart, and calm player, even in the most tense situations. She's making playing out the back extremely easy with the communication and leadership. She's great on her feet, great on her defensive capabilities, and definitely is not afraid. Gabby, thank you for the talent that you brought for the team. I wish you the best in all life and in your college career. Last, but definitely not the least, our captain and heart in the defense, Naomi Rivas. Naomi has also signed for Chaffey College. So you definitely, oh wait, sorry. Ooh, where'd I go? Naomi, where do I even begin? You're truly an amazing and one of the most, if not the most gifted player that I have witnessed in the 10 years that I have been coaching and even the 30 plus years of living. She's a player that I 100% and can confidently say that Naomi can go all the way in this career and even become pro. I will back that up with everything I got. She's our dynamic duo in the center back with Gabby. Naomi's our captain, a machine on wheels that definitely does not know how to quit, and a natural gift, athleticism, and skill. And that's the 2005 Girls Legends team from San Bernardino. I'd like to call up Naomi Rivas to the stage.
I can say that playing under Legends was the best experience and decision I had made. My teammates and coach have made such a great impact on my life that is unforgettable. I learned many important life lessons and skills on and off the field. Although I'm sure all of us are sad, club is over or coming to an end, Legends was just a leading pathway to our upcoming success approaching. It helped build our mindset and skills, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for my teammates, myself, and all of you guys. Thank you.
Okay, so David, come on up. Guys, can you give a round of applause? So David is out of the Beaumont area. His coach isn't able to be here tonight, but I haven't got the chance to meet or see him play myself personally, but I just reached out to his college coach, get some little tidbits and find out a little bit of information. Someone they're quite excited about having. He's going to Soka University. If you've never been there, it's a hidden gem. It's one of the most beautiful campuses in the country, and I was lucky enough to take a couple campus tours of it. Great program, good coach, someone that will turn that program into one of the best powerhouses in the country. So again, round of applause for David. You gonna speak? Are you sure? Are you sure? All right. I agree. I wouldn't do it too. Okay, we're gonna start with Neil. Neil, come on up. Neil Powell.
I have the honor of introducing Sophia from our Temecula Valley team. So if you'd like to come up. I met Sophia just for the first time. I saw her play a few times, but met her for the first time when we did this in the fall. But we also got a few words from her future college coach. She's going to be attending the University of North Dakota, along with one of our alumni, Amy, from last year. And so her coach said these words, so don't blame me for this. This is your future coach. So Sophia is an explosive, powerful forward that consistently makes things happen with her pace and aggression. She constantly causes danger for opposition defenses and is great getting into the goal-scoring positions. Sophia has a front-footed attitude on the field while also being a caring, positive presence off it, who drives both herself and others around her. So, congratulations. Are you going to speak for us?
Okay, I'd like the ECRL boys to come on up and Coach Dale.
Thank you, Drew. I thought I'd get caught up with the times. I thought they said you only have a minute, so I honestly did not write anything down. And then as everyone came up here, I go, shit, Irvine, you should start writing stuff down in your phone. So now it's in my phone. Anyway, I had the privilege of coaching the 05 boys ECRL team for the last 3 years. It is really special night to be up here for all these players and also for the families. The players, they do a lot of sacrifice at practice and in the games, but they wouldn't be up here without the support of all of you at home. So congratulations to both the families and the players. Tonight really does bring back a lot of memories. Believe it or not, as we get older, as Josh alluded to, he's 45. That means he's a year older than me. But time just goes. And it makes me think back to when last 4 years of my life. Doesn't mean it wasn't challenging, but it was very, very enjoyable. And as I look back, it was 4 of the best years I ever had. Right now, parents, they honestly are in a feeling, there's a little uncertainty for them. They're finishing their high school year. They're going into a program where they're unsure of how they're going to be received. Right? I was unsure. But the best thing they can do is remember they're going into a program because that coach sees something special in them, sees them as a very good soccer player and a student athlete, and more importantly, the coach believes in you guys. So take that with you. You're going to play against players that are 20, 21, 22 years old. Doesn't matter. As you get older, it doesn't matter what age they are. You're as good, if not better, than everyone you play against. So please remember that, okay? Let me go back to my phone. So really, just take a deep breath, work hard, most important, believe in yourself. Everything will work out for the best, and I hope that those 4 years of college, like for me, turn out to be 4 of your best years of your life. So congratulations. I do have 4 players up here. You don't get to talk yet, Danny. Wait a second. First one is Jake Ratzlaff. He's committed to Whittier College. Jake is truly a box-to-box midfielder with an endless work ethic and arguably the fittest player on our team. Very skillful with very good vision. So good luck at Whittier College, Jake. Jonathan's going to Cerritos College. He plays our 6, very skillful, calm in possession, always thinking and reads the game really well, and will have a very good couple seasons at Cerritos. So good luck, Jonathan. Braden is going to Norco College to play for Drew. And very tireless midfielder who's also very versatile, as I've also played him up front. And when he is healthy, he makes us a really good team. We just got to keep him healthy. So congratulations and good luck at Norco, Braden. Danny's going to Irvine Valley College. Very strong defender, left-footed, which is very hard to find. I know Tristan's up here. He's left-footed. They're hard to find. Danny's very motivated to be successful. Definitely one of the best 1v1 defenders I've seen at this age bracket, and I think that's probably what resonated with the coach at Irvine Valley. And I know he'll do extremely well there. Braden and Danny were our two captains. So I know all four of them will do well, and very proud of all of them. So thank you. Danny. Boys, you can stand here and support him. Don't leave him on his own.
Cheese. Cheese. Yo. Hi, I'm Dennis Smith. I'm from the 05 ECRL boys. My coach is Del Irvine, and I just came to say a few words about my team. I joined this amazing team 2 seasons ago, and I had a chance of playing in big tournaments and travel to a lot of places. The first tournament that I played with this team was Mass City Cup. Coach Dale gave me the opportunity to play on his team. I was a bit nervous, but they made me feel welcome. We battled a lot of hard teams and even made it to semifinals. We qualified to playoffs. We made it to Surf Cup semifinals. We traveled to Virginia. And then this year, again, fighting hard to see if we can make it once again to playoffs. As a team, we have encountered a lot of obstacles that we were able to overcome. My life is on this field. I have learned a lot of my life lessons here, and I'm just glad that this team and this club gave me the chance and the opportunity of playing here.
ECRL with Coach Carey.
All right, so before I get started, a couple seasons ago, I made a decision to bring someone and coach the teams alongside me. And I never call him up because he always asks me not to, but as I was standing over there, they threatened to go on strike if I didn't call him up. So if you could help me welcome Jason onto stage as well with me. All right, so about 2 years ago, last 2 summers ago, I took over this group, and the group had gone through some interesting times, and I bribed them with pizza from Silver Lakes, and I told them, put a little bit of faith in me. Not really did I know that I was going to be able to, but I know we were going to put a lot of things together, and for this group and to its players and parents, I'm forever grateful that you did put that trust in me. And I stood in front of you and I said, let's not judge us by the championships we win, but by the players that we have up on stage at senior night. And I think we put that group well together and delivered on that. This group has been an interesting group. They always say I talk too much about my 2003 team, right? And they like to compare themselves to them, and I compare them to them all the time. But one thing that this group has done that no other group I've had is they are literally each other's hype woman. I can't tell you, at every practice, anytime something gets done, it's a celebration. I don't get it. You know, I'm at practice yelling at them, compete, get stuck in, and they're yelling as they were when they were coming up stage. So in terms of team camaraderie and everything, I've not come across a group that does a better job than this group. They've been a pleasure to coach. You know, I think in the last 2 years, if I remember correctly, our plus 80 wins, under 10 losses, with somewhere around 10 ties. This year, this group just clinched the #1 seed in ECRL. Winning the ECRL season with a couple games to spare, with the second year in a row having the best defensive record along with the most shutouts in the season. And this year, leading in goals and finishing with a plus 55 goal differential. This group has been a pleasure to coach. I won't repeat it to them, but I will miss them. All right. So with that, I'll get started with these commits. First off, we'll start off closest to me, is Cameron Nunn, who will be going to San Francisco State. Cameron came to us this past summer from Arsenal, where she made the right decision. And she's fit right into the group, just recently played against her old club Arsenal and came up with some big saves and has been a huge part of the reason why we have the defensive record that we have. And Coach John is excited for her to get there and compete at San Francisco State on day one. Cameron Nunn. Next up is Jasmine DeBala, who will be going to Sam Houston State. Jasmine she's got to be one of the nicest kids around. You know, since the summer when she came over and joined the group, in terms of positivity and so much on the sideline. And my group knows me, and as Jim Wayne liked to call me, I'm probably the moodiest coach here on the sideline. But and sometimes her positivity, I'm just like, Jasmine, that's enough, you know? But she's come down, and she was a huge piece of this defense of this defense and where it's come. She's added a great part, both defensively in the air and her leadership. Her leadership has been one of the biggest keys that's been added to this group. We're happy to have her, and she's been a huge part of our success. Jasmine DeBala. Next up, we have Caitlin Courier, who will be going to Vanguard University. Caitlin, along with Cam, is one of the Arsenal players that came over to us. Caitlin came into our midfield last season, right around towards the end of the fall, came in and added a big piece of the midfield we were looking for. She's a true box-to-box player with a good eye of making late runs into the box, with a terrific work rate. Fantastic trainer with an eye of scoring goals, and that was something that we needed. So she's come on and been a big part of this group's success, with a lot of big goals and a lot of big plays in the defensive end as well. Caitlin Courier. Next up is Kyla Brown, who will be going to University of South Dakota. Kyla was one of the first ones on this group to commit. She's last season was our all-time goal scorer for that season. This year has put up some big goals and some big assists have really come away for her this season. Leads our line up front, terrific pace to get in behind, and has an eye for really coming up in the big games, and we've seen that this season. Kyla Brown. Next up for us is Jillian Long, who will be going to the University of South Dakota. Jill was a huge piece of success when I took over for this group. Her and Kyla up top scored an insane amount of goals together. They were a great force really for every team we came up against. Fortunately, Jill suffered an ACL injury last summer that she's just now recovering from and starting to get back onto the field, and we have dearly missed her. She's been a big part of the group. Don't tell her I said it, but we missed her on the sideline as well. Jill's going to do big things, especially now that she's starting to recover from her ACL. She's got a great work ethic, a lot of grit to her game. Jillian Long. Next up is Riley Lewis, who will be going to Idaho State. Riley was on the 04 group that I had last year. Riley came to us mid-season. Probably one of the most of an attitude I'll call bubbly. You know, always positive, always chatting. Brings a great vibe to the team and always wants to uplift everybody around her. Really good winger with tremendous pace outside. Probably one of the best whip crosses at full speed that we've seen. Once we get her healthy and keep her healthy, she's one of the best players, definitely in our conference, and definitely is a player that her coming and rejoining the group is going to lead us to success in playoffs and hopefully a national title with this group. Riley Lewis. Next up is Mia Del Rosario, who will be going to College of Mount St. Vincent. Mia was actually the first player of this group to commit. Mia's a forward for us, always at practice, relentless, great work ethic, great attitude, always wants to be a part of the group. It's been a joy to coach her, and for some reason she's decided that the East Coast and New York is a place that she wants to go. We're going to miss her and look forward to her when she comes training back in the summer. Mia Del Rosario. Next up, we have Natalie Camper, who will be going to Azusa Pacific. Natalie this season has truly hit the forward that we knew she could always become. The development in her game has been huge. She's always been able to get her head on the end of set pieces, but now the link-up play, using her size and shield and holding up possession for us has truly come. And, you know, the fact that in our season, our shortened season of, you know, eight less games than the rest of ECRL, she's already in double digits for goals on the season, is a true mark of her development. Her going to Azusa Pacific for Coach Brooke, I think, is a perfect fit. And we look forward to seeing what she does at the college level. Natalie Camper. Next up, we have Giselle Loza, who will be going to University of Northern Iowa. A little funny story on Giselle was one of the first things I did when I took over this group was I named her captain. And I still remember the moment that I did it. I merged them with my 2003 group, and she's in a little rondo possession drill, and everybody else from the 05s was kind of, you know, shy of the 03s. They didn't want to say anything. And there was Giselle just yelling at the 03s that they weren't doing their job right, and if they weren't going to do it, they needed to find a new group. And I knew that was my captain at that moment. I think we can all tell you she brings a certain level of intensity to everything, whether it's practice, warm-up, her doing 1v1s with Megan across the field before practice, or just the team chat before games that she seems to psych out on. Terrific midfielder for us, great engine, has scored a lot of goals for us at the 10 role in the diamond. Giselle Loza. Next up is Elena Pacheco, who will be going to Minot State. With Elena, I was actually able to coach her older sister, which I accidentally call her every now and then, you know, but they're a carbon copy of each other. If you don't know Elena, the way you probably might know her is you've probably walked around Silver Lakes and seen a small little outside back doing a slide tackle at 100 miles an hour. That's her. Elena has an incredible work ethic as an outside back. A lot of grit to her. Like I mentioned, her slide tackles, I'm not kidding with them. She's added the attacking function of her game, really redefined it. She's a big instrument into what we do and why we play the formation we do. She's a great person to have onto the team. I'm so excited to see her play college soccer, Elena Pacheco. Next up is Leilani Ponce, who will be going to Minot State. Leilani is one of our center backs and is an absolute pleasure to have. One of the first persons that always will say hello, and even when I have, RBF, before a practice or anything like that, she'll come up and say, "You don't look like you're in a good mood," She's a huge piece for us, excellent gritty defender, has transitioned to play a little bit of outside back for us this season, and the coach at Minot State, TJ, as soon as he saw her, wanted her for that grit, versatility, and for her demeanor, how she was off the field as well. Leilani Ponce. Next up for us is Ileana Rivera, who will also be going to Minot State. Ileana, another one that came to us as well from Arsenal, has really stepped in. Where we were in the summer, we went down with Jillian, and I was wondering how we were going to fill the forward role, and Ileana came back over to us, and she has completely stepped in. She has added, I believe this season she's leading our team in goals. Terrific kid, great personality. In a van in Florida, probably the craziest laugh. You could hear from all the way in the back. Truly versatile defender that can play right back, can play wing back, can play right wing, can play center forward, gets a ton of goals for us, gritty. She's a handful for all outside backs and center backs when they play against her, and I have no doubt that she is going to score a ton of goals this college season. Ileana Rivera. Next up is Irandi Erazo, who will be going to Concordia Irvine. What can I say about Irandi? First and foremost, she would be mad at me if I didn't plug and say, please follow her YouTube channel. There you go. The great thing about that is we won't miss any part of her college career, because I'm sure she'll just vlog it for us. Irandi is a fantastic kid, truly a pleasure to have. Probably has one of the best eyes for a through ball that we've had in a long time. She could be up there in terms of leading our group for assists. Scored a really nice goal this weekend. Has been scoring a ton for us this year. She has been a great addition to the team, brings something that we've been missing, Irandi Erazo. Next up, we have Vivian Lopez, who will be going to Upper Iowa. Vivian has got to probably be one of the most technical kids we've had in a long time. Awesome on the ball, very quiet and soft-spoken. She's finally started to open up and make a few jokes to me, and I always text Jason when she does. I finally got one. She's been a huge part of our diamond and the formations that we play. She's come up with probably one of the biggest moments that this group has had. We have an arch rival in the Slammers group who were national champions last year. We always tie each other, and this year a big part of us winning was Vivian scored a rocket from about 28 yards off a half volley to win the game. And she's a great kid, one of the hardest workers. She's always out there training a couple hours before practice. And like I said, always a pleasure to have Vivian Lopez. And I believe this is last but not least, Kristen Mijares, who will be going to Long Beach City. Kristen plays holding mid for us, but at the same time, she, apart from playing holding mid for us, I think is up there for one of the leading goal scorers for our team. You know, she's come in, and when we went to the Diamond, her playing there she's got one of the best left foot passing ranges that I've come across in quite a while. She has a huge ceiling, and anytime we go down in the game and we're looking for a goal, one of the always options we go is we move Kristen up top, because she always finds a way to get the game we need, the equalizer we need, or the goal we need. She's a joy to have. Definitely a joy to have. Excellent character, and I know she's going to be around for a long time training with us in the summers. Kristen Mijares. And I believe, is that it? Giselle Loza will come up and say a few regards on our team.
Hello, all Legends family, friends, teammates, and that made it out to this special night to celebrate and honor this special group of hardworking college athletes. As I look at the great group of players sitting here today, it's great to see the number of Legends players who, like me, have made their dream of playing college soccer a reality. I'm very proud of every single one of you, and I'm so glad we can enjoy this night together. The people that I'm most proud of are my amazing group of best friends that I can call my teammates standing here today. Throughout all these 5 years, we've been through so much together. We've came from very humbling beginnings, having COVID hitting us, not being able to play much together for a year, and which was extremely tough for us. Coming back was even worse. Our first games were all the way in Arizona, and we had a good wake-up call. I know we all remember the drive home from those 3 games. That after that was just a start of a not so good 2020 season for us as a team. It was really difficult for most of us. We're tired, drained, and both mentally and physically from the constant slap in the face of taking defeat. Luckily for us, we refused to give up. We still pushed, continued to show up, and give it our all in every game we played, even though deep down we knew the outcome would be. After a tough season, we had a huge change in our group, and that change was meeting our coach, Carrie Rosenberry. Looking at this now, I think that was the change that we needed to be successful. Coach Carey's first practice back pushed us to our limits. He always made it clear he liked to win and run us to the ground. With those 8 a.m. beach practices in the morning, those constant yo-yos he loved making us do whenever he felt like it, and that 3-mile run in the scorching summer heat before practice that we can never forget. It is hard to believe, but some of us even stayed double days, even though we hated all the crazy things that Coach Gary has put us through. In the end, it all worked out for us. We needed that discipline, the hard work we put into practice, and that grit squeezed out of us that we always knew we had deep down. All of Coach Carey's tough training led to successful results when it came to game time. Currently, we are in first place in league, competing when we play highest quality teams and showcases, and on our way to win national playoffs for our last time playing together. Each one of these players has made a positive impact on me. One pushes me to improve, another lifts me up, and someone else gets on me if I'm not at my best. I literally love every one of these girls, and they make my whole day. And I have such a great bond with them, and they're honestly just the best people ever. And you guys are literally gonna do so amazing in college. I love you guys. But yeah, all that hard work, doubts, defeats has now turned us into playing the next level. I'm so proud of every single one of you guys, and so happy I'm able to be a leader of these group of studs. We did it, guys. Good job.
And one quick thing that I completely forgot to talk about. We're here. Missing from stage for us are a few players that are in the class of 24 with us and aren't on stage with us. So I'd like to make sure that as they're huge parts of this group that we represented them as well. So we have Sarah Berrigan, Sakaya Williams, Katrina Miller, and Megan Charlie, who herself has, as a class of 24, committed to Idaho State. So please give them a warm hand of applause.
Okay, so this next coach, supposedly he's going to retire at the end of the year. I hope to God he doesn't. But if he does decide to retire, I think he deserves a standing ovation. Brent Broadhurst.
It's a hard one to follow up. You had 15 players. That's pretty amazing. So just want to give Carrie some credit there. Wow, it's a lot of you up here. Congratulations, you guys. It's an amazing accomplishment. Really proud of all my boys and proud of all of you guys. A few things about me. Been coaching for 20 years pretty consistently. It's been my passion. It's been my love. During COVID, I took a break. Things changed in my life. I kind of reset things. But I've wanted to see out this group. It was really important to me to stay committed to the process and do our best to get them off to college. So I've gone a different direction. I've kind of gone full circle in my coaching career. My kids are starting to play. They're only 3 and 1, but I can tell that they're going to want to get into it. And I'm sure at some point Drew and Josh are going to drag me back in one way or another. So I'm just taking a little break, a little hiatus, and I'll be back. But at the end of the day, I feel very lucky, and I probably speak on behalf of most coaches that are my era, that soccer's grown so much in this country that we can honestly have a decent livelihood doing what we love, growing the game at the youth level in this country. So I felt very lucky that my mentors before me didn't really have that much opportunity to really have a decent livelihood doing this, and now our generation does. So it just shows me where soccer's come from and where it's going in this country. And that's my real passion. Honestly, I just want to see two things. I want to see soccer grow in this country at the youth ages, specifically on the boys' side. I think on the women's side, it's the #1 sport compared to anywhere else. But on the boys' side, it's come a long way. And my second passion is to see the men's team win a World Cup in my lifetime. Who knows if that will ever happen? But I think a lot of what Legends and some of the big clubs are doing nowadays are really taking big steps on getting us there as a country. So I came to Legends in 2016. I came here for a couple reasons. One, Josh and Alex. I saw the vision that Josh had for the club. I saw how hardworking Alex Bengard was for the boys program, and I could definitely see myself growing with them. I also saw the potential in Silver Lakes. I knew from running my own club how hard and how scarce fields are, and Silver Lakes was an amazing resource, so I definitely wanted to be a part of that. Lastly, I saw the importance that Legends put on getting their kids off to college, and I think in the youth soccer world, we put a big emphasis on winning Man City Cup, going to Surf Cup, and participating in Memorial Weekend tournaments, and it's all good stuff. But at the end of the day, I think a big reason why we do this is for this right here. And I've always known since from a distance and now within the club, Legends makes it a priority to get their kids off to college or at least open those doors for them. And that's what I've always respected about the club. In terms of our group, so when I came over in 2016, I was given a 2004 group. The 2005s were kind of on the fence if they were staying or going. The U.S. Soccer Academy didn't give us the status we wanted. But we were able to kind of retain some of those kids. I worked with the 04s. I got them together. And in general, we were able to keep a large group of our players together and keep moving forward. And it wasn't anything to do with what status they were. It was more about being a part of a club that's going in the right direction. Alex and I think, made a really conscious decision on our experiences and just building teams and building it around good human beings. Kids that are going to be good in the classroom, kids are going to be good at home, kids are going to be good in society. I've built a lot of teams over the years, and I don't think I've ever emphasized building it around good players, good human beings, and good families as much as I did with this group. And the last 5 years have been really enjoyable because of the people and the families that we built this group around. Our first year together, we finished 3rd place in U.S. Soccer Academy, which I think was a pretty big accomplishment for us right after LAFC and Galaxy. And then you had TFA and Golden State under us. So I think our first year in the U.S. Academy was a huge year for us. Unfortunately, we didn't have the next age group, but we went into the ECNL, I had success there. I think we were first or second our first year there. COVID hit. We didn't get to go to playoffs. Next year we went to playoffs. We had a good run. Didn't make it all the way. Last year we had a really good showing in playoffs. We're definitely upset in the round of 16. But I think the players that are sitting here now it's because of what we did in the last 2 years of playoffs, and that's where they were scouted and recruited from. So again, thank you, Legends, for putting this together. Want to make an extra note thanking Josh, Taylor, Carrie, Mama Hodges, Drew, and Alex for being a part of this with the group. I really feel good about the future of the boys program. Drew's done an amazing job with the group. I know Ever's come in and working with the younger ones, and now he's on the technical side of things, so I'm really excited to see the boys program flourishing. With that said, one quote that I'll end it with that I have on my phone that I look at every day, and I think it could resonate with all of you athletes going into college. Work hard, be real, keep your ear to the ground, stay humble, surround yourself with good people, continue to learn, and the game will take care of you. I'll say it one more time. Work hard, be real, keep your ear to the ground, stay humble, surround yourself with good people, continue to learn, and the game will take care of you. That's just a quote that I've always lived by the last probably 20 years of my life, and it's really kind of helped me see the big picture. So with that said, I'm going to get my boys to stand up and be up here. Go ahead, guys. So this is my 2004-2005 group. First one up here is Logan Thrope. Logan is going to the University of UC Davis. Logan has probably been in the club longer than any other kid, or as long as any kid in the club. He started with the Little Legends program, and he stayed through the process, and he's been with probably every level within the program. And over the last 4 or 5 years, he's been with the top level within the age group. And he's a true player that if you stay consistent at it and you keep committed at it, you're going to reap the benefits of it. And I think Logan has done that. So thank you, Logan. Next up, when I took over this team, I got 2 players grandfathered down from the 2004 group that were staying because they didn't graduate last year. One of them is not with us tonight. He actually signed a pro contract at OCSC. That's Ashton Miles. But the other one was Brandon Prince. And Brandon Prince has committed to the University of Cal State San Bernardino. Brandon is as unique as they come. I've never met another player like him. He does things that are just uncoachable. He's just fluid on the ball, and it just comes natural to him. And he's just a pleasure to watch, and I'm excited to see the next step for him. Next one up is also going to UC Davis, Makai Wilson. Makai's our goalkeeper. Makai's a player that has come a long way in a short period of time. I think he's only been playing competitive soccer for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. He's been with us for 2 seasons. His high school coach called me and said, "Coach, you got to check this player out. He's not playing club, and the team that he's with outside of us is not very competitive. He's got a world of talent." And sure enough, he did, and he's come a long way, and he has just scratched the surface, and the future is huge for him, and I'm just so excited to watch him at the next level. So, Makai Wilson, thank you. Next player, Tristan Fonseca. Tristan is going to Point Loma University. Tristan is a player that I got from, go ahead. Tristan came over from one of our local clubs here that was a rival with us, but he's a player that showed up at my doorstep and basically said, "Coach, I'm here to work hard. I'm here to give you everything I have. Coach, you can put me in any position, and I'm going to make it happen." He's probably got the biggest heart for the game of soccer that I've seen on this group, and I know nothing's going to stop him from reaching his goals. Tristan. I've only had the pleasure of having Felix with us for the last year, and I think if I had him any longer than that, he would definitely be our co-captain. He is a natural-born leader. He is so fun to coach. you can throw anything his way, and he's going to find the positive side to it. He's going to find a way to grow in it. He's always positive. He's always uplifting. He is going to be an amazing coach one day if he ever decided to get into coaching. But he's very mature past his years, and it's a pleasure to coach you, Felix. Thank you. Next, we have Dylan Vega. Dylan is going to the University of Humboldt. Dylan's a very universal player. I can play him, although he doesn't want to, left back. I can play him at, he doesn't want to play center back. I can play him at left back. I can play him in the winger. I can play him inside. He's very gifted. He's athletic. He's got a natural left foot. His distribution is great. And he's a competitor at the end of the day. I think that's what kind of separates him from everybody else and what grabbed Humboldt's attention. When the game's on the line, he rolls up his sleeves, and I can always count on him on making things happen. So that's Dylan Vega. Thank you. Next up, we have Jonathan Perez. Jonathan is committed to Mount Sac. Go ahead. Mount San Antonio College. I should know that. I live across the street. Mount Sac, if you don't know, is one of the top junior colleges in the country. No offense, Drew at Norco. I know you guys are getting there. But no, to be honest, being accepted to Mount Sac or even Norco, a couple other local junior colleges, it's a really big deal, and their programs are ran like Division II and Division I programs. So Jonathan has done well. He's been persistent. He's gone to some of their camps. I've talked to his coaches, and they're really excited about Connor Kilday. Connor is going to University of Chapman. I've had the pleasure of coaching Connor for 5 or 6 years now. It's been a great journey working with him and his younger brothers in our program. He is also very mature past his years. He's a very level-headed kid. When I think of you, Connor, I just honestly think of somebody that if I was your age, you're probably somebody that I would want to be friends with at school. You're mature. It's funny, but it's true. He's just very, very level-headed. He's mature past his years. He knows what he wants. He had options of picking from several different universities, but he really thought through the process and picked a university that fit him and where his goals are and what he wants to get out of life. So I'm very proud of him and very proud of his decision for going to Chapman. Thank you, Connor. Last but not least, Nico Medina. Nico is going to George Washington University. It's a big accomplishment for Nico. That's probably one of our biggest signings on the boys program, along with a handful that went last year. If you don't know Nico, he's somebody that I'm sure you'll get to know over the years to come. He's been the face of the boys program, one of the faces for the boys program since I've been a part of the club. He was one of the kids that I was trying to keep in the club when I first came over in 2016, and the team was kind of going one way and the group was going a different way. I took an older age group, his age group. He was playing up a year, and I made it a point of mine to make sure he stays within the club. And I thought it would be like all your best players over time, and during ups and downs, one of those kids that you're just always constantly worried about leaving to a different opportunity. And Nico's probably the last kid I've ever worried about moving on to a different team. He saw the big picture from the beginning. He's been a leader amongst his group. He's extremely mature. Anytime we're at a college function or amongst our even coaching staff with the boys or girls programs, he's the first kid to go up, shake a coach in the hand, look him in the face, say, "Nice to see you today," and move on with his day. But if you watch him play, he'll inspire you. And I could honestly say he's made me want to be a better coach. So that's Nico Medina. Thank you, Nico. And that's it for our 2004-2005 boys for this season. Nico, come on up.
Thank you, Coach. I'm Nico Medina. I'm captain for the boys 2005 ECNL. Legend has been a home for me for the last 7 years. They have given me the chance to see more of the world. With showcases and playoff events, I have been able to see places that I never thought I would travel to. From trips across the country to spending time with teammates that I now consider family, Legends has given me memories that will last a lifetime. Being able to do all of this and still be able to play at a very high level of soccer seemed like a no-brainer for me to stay. This made the long hour and 20-minute drive on the 91 freeway very much worth it. I think I'm now capable of getting to Silver Lakes with my eyes closed now. Over the years, this club has given me the chance to get scouted to play at all levels of college soccer. Through the recruitment process for me was very tough, but with the support and guidance from Coach Drew, Brent, and Alex, it made it much easier for me. I give credit to the coaching staff at Legends and my teammates for shaping me to become the man I am today. On behalf of the team and we want to say thank you to Coach Brent on seeing us out. And it was an honor to be your last year of coaching. Your dedication, commitment, and passion for the game has been an inspiration to all of us. You have taught us to not only care about soccer, but also about life. Thank you, Legends, for an unforgettable 7 years, and congrats to those who have committed. I'm very excited for everyone's future. Thank you.
All right, girls ECNL. Coach Neil Powell.
Okay, first of all, thank you, John, for your speech, which means I have license to say whatever I want about this group of ladies. So thank you for that, John. I'd like to thank Josh for giving me the opportunity to always take the graduating group. I've got them again next year, so thanks for having faith in me. Everyone's been talking all night that this is a group effort. Kerry has stepped into the role of college coordinator, and he has many contacts throughout the country. You do a fantastic job, Kerry. It's great working with you, so thank you. Somebody that's not been mentioned tonight, Ryan, Casey, can you stand up, please? Ryan is one of our coaching directors. I'm lucky to work with him day in, day out. This team here was shaped by Ryan, the ECNL team. They made great strides when Ryan took them over, so it made my job very easy to step in and just to continue the journey there. So thank you, Ryan, for everything you do. It's amazing to see how many players are on this stage. We were worried about how we're going to fit everyone in, so congratulations to you all. Okay, girls, if you want to stand up at the front here, then we're going to go through. We're going to go alphabetical order because my eyes aren't good enough to see the far side of the stage. Thank you to all the parents, families, friends that showed up this evening. It's great to see some of our younger program there supporting us. The 06ers, you'll be up here next year. Want to mention a couple of people before we get going with the girls on the stage here. First one I want to mention is Addie. Addie was a gap kid that came back this year. She had Division I college offers, but unfortunately got another knee injury. So she is going to go to school for academics, but we're going to talk to the coach, hoping she'll get her career going again. So in her absence, Addie Juarez, congratulations on a great club career. Kerry started the trend about a couple of the gap year kids. We have Mia Thomas. Are you here? Put your hand up. Mia's over here. Mia has always played up on this team. She's an 06, always played up, and this for a reason, because she does a great job for the team. And then we have Natalie Beston, who's an 05, but a junior. Put your hand up, Natalie. Natalie has already verbally committed to St. Mary's College, so congratulations to you. A couple of players couldn't be with us tonight either. One of them, Radisson Banks, is at her college camp that they made her go to. So Radisson's been with us 2 years. She comes from Bakersfield every Thursday. She trains locally there as well. Radisson's been a great impact on this team. She's a forward. She's going to go play in the Pac-12 for University of Washington. So congratulations, Radisson. Presley Searle could not make it tonight either. Her to-be brother-in-law is getting deployed. He leaves tomorrow for 8 months. And so she had to spend time with the family. Granted, it's a big deal, so thank you for your service, her brother-in-law. And then Presley is probably the most improved player on this team. She was a central midfield player. We turned her into an outside back, and she's like a Duracell battery. She just keeps going, doesn't stop. So she's going to go play at San Marcos down in San Diego area. So congratulations, Presley. Okay, now the first player that we're going to recognize here, I'm not going to say her last name because I'll absolutely destroy it. I couldn't even remember her first name when we started coaching her. But Etch, we'll just call her Etch. Put your hand up. Etch is actually already graduated. She stayed another year with us because she was another one that had a major knee injury. She stuck with us because she wanted to get recruited, and she's actually our latest recruit. Etch is an outside back or a wide striker, great energy, great speed, and she's going to go just down the road to Cal Poly Pomona. Congratulations. Okay, it seems to be a theme here. The next player, Savannah. Put your hand up, Savannah. Savannah here is a very, very, very creative midfield player. Great on the ball, scores spectacular goals. Unfortunately, we have not seen it this spring because she got an injury at the end of last year. But she was already committed. She's good to go. She's recovering. She was at a game this weekend telling us how she's running now. She's getting back into it. She's going to have a great career with Damien at Cal State Fullerton. Okay, next one, Brooklyn. Put your hand up. Brooklyn was one of those players that was a junior last year, but went 04, so she just came down to this team this year to see out her career. And she was with me last year, a great leader on the field, a great kid off the field, very talented player, can play a number of positions. There was a game a couple of weeks ago where we were struggling to get any rhythm, and she's our center back, but she also likes playing left back because she likes to get forward, but we couldn't find any rhythm in the game, so at halftime I told her, go play as our attacking mid, go play as our 10. And within, I think, 10 minutes, we had scored 2 goals. So the game was over, and she was a big part of everything we did. But she's going to have a great future at Cal State Long Beach. Okay, next one, Bridget Arnold. Put your hand up, Bridget. Okay, Bridget can play absolutely anywhere where you want her on the field. Maybe not goalkeeper, but anywhere else. She played as a wingback at the beginning of this weekend. I think her best spot is probably at the front. But this spring, she's taken on our number 10 role because we lost Savvy here. But done a great job. Scores great goals, spectacular goals. A left foot volley, I remember a couple of weeks ago. She decided that she wants to separate from her twin. Where's your sister? Natalie, put your hand up. She wants to get away from her because they share a room. Whenever they pair up, they're always together, but I think she's had enough of it now. She's mad at her because she's now injured, so she can't actually finish the season with us this weekend. But hopefully you can get ready for Sunday at least for 5 minutes so you can have that moment with your sister. But going back to Bridget, Bridget's going to go to Colorado State. Okay, Natalie, put your hand up. So Natalie Arnold is our left back, likes to get forward, a great engine on her left back, right back. She thinks she's a forward because last time she played there she scored. But again, I think she's going to have a big career. She's got great speed, very versatile as well. She's going to go join Brooklyn and another to be named in a minute at Long Beach State. Okay, another player that is already in junior college that stayed with us for another year because of an injury in the past, but she wanted to get recruited, so she came back. I actually like the kid because she's actually my babysitter as well. Denise, put your hand up. So Denise is a very, very hard-working midfield player, 2-footed, strikes a great ball. And she is going to go out of state. She always said she wanted to go out of state and just to explore the country. I didn't think northern Iowa was what she was thinking, but it is apparently. So you're going to have a great career there. I'm glad you came back, Denise. Okay, Grace, where are you? Okay. Grace Campos came to us this year. She had many options to go to other clubs, but decided to finish her career with us. Again, another hard-working midfield player, likes to get into good areas, has a good feel for the game because she just sees where the pockets of space are. Great on the ball, scored a rocket off her left foot a couple of weeks, was it last week? But I think she's really grown into the system we play. We play a similar system to what Kerry said about the diamond midfield. She's flourished in there. Grace Campos is going to University of Pacific. Okay, Trinity. Okay, Trinity's one of our goalkeepers, and she's a product of why we have different chapters as well. She came from another chapter. Her game had developed, so she moved to play in the ECNL program here. So she makes a commute from a distance as well. She has, I think she's got a very high ceiling. I keep telling her, very high ceiling. She could go places if she wanted to, and she was driven, and she just shows a bit of consistency. She pulls off great saves. Her distribution's got a great deal better this year. She saved a fantastic penalty to ensure we won a game a few weeks ago. Trin is going to go join Riley at Idaho State. Okay, truly a coincidence that it's alphabetical, but our other goalkeeper, Parker, is next. Parker, put your hand up. There you go. Parker is the kid that probably drives the furthest because she comes like probably half hour beyond Palm Springs. She drives herself now. I don't know if I would let her if she was my kid, but hey, she does that. But comes the furthest. She's always at practice first, never late. And when she comes to games, she's the kid that will go sit on the bench of the team that's playing before and just go support them. Great teammate, great person to be around. And she is going to what was Dixie State, now called Utah Tech. Okay, Sydney up next. Okay, Sydney actually ended up being a little package with Grace that came over here. So they came together, luckily for us, from a rival club that got kicked out of ECNL. What a shame. Great for us. But Sydney's a great forward. Great pace, two-footed again, scores amazing goals, and has got a great future ahead of her. And she's going to be playing in the WCC with St. Mary's College. Okay, next up, Kayla. Put your hand up, Kayla. I think I told the story when we did this in the winter, but Kayla, unfortunately for her, has been with me for about 6 years. She followed me from my former employment, came over here to finish her career with us because she wanted to get ready to play in college. She didn't feel she was getting that where she was before. So she actually left us in December to go to southern Utah. So she's already in college. She's had a spring season, played against BYU and other schools in the spring, so she's had a nice taste of what college is about. Lucky for us, she's come back for the last few games of the season. She's a holding mid, strikes a great ball. She's working on her heading, but strikes a great ball, and she'll have a big future ahead of her. So, Kayla. Okay, Zoe. Where are you, Zoe? Zoe's a character, let's just say that. Whenever there's breakaways in a game, Zoe's a center back. Whenever there's breakaways in a game, it's a 1v1 and it's Zoe in the back. None of the coaching staff are worried that they're going to score because Zoe is probably your best 1v1 defender you'll ever see. Great footwork with a 1v1 defending, great timing on her tackles, shuts everyone down, and just because of that, she's going to have a great future at Long Beach State. Ryan. Okay, Ryan frowned when I told her that we're going to switch her positions from center back to holding mid. I've never done that. I think I can do it, but I've never done it. But she just slipped in there like she's been doing that for her whole career. And I've been talking to her college coach about it. Her college coach is excited that she can be a center back or a holding mid now. Again, a great character around the team, been on the team forever. And she's going to go play at Chico State. Okay, before you guys depart, Brooklyn's going to talk on your behalf.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Brooklyn Antonucci, and I've been blessed to play for this club for 6 years. I told myself when I was younger I couldn't be a legend since they were my biggest rivals. I played for Arsenal growing up, so I always told myself I would never be here because I hated legends. I couldn't be here until I felt God opened new doors for me and took me on the path of being a legend, and it was the best decision I've ever made. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for the endless blessings he has put upon me and for giving me the opportunity to continue to play Division I soccer. I'd like to thank my parents for all the sacrifices they have made and all the guidance they have provided me with along my journey. Your belief in me has given me the confidence to believe in myself. I love you both endlessly and cannot wait to make you guys proud in college. As for my best friend and biggest supporter, Scotty, sorry. I'm so proud to be your older sister, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for you. I'm so proud of you. You've had so many accomplishments that many kids can't do, and you've done it. So please continue to be great. This is terrible. I'd like to thank my auntie and Nono for being a part of my journey as well. Your kindness, your love, your prayers, and support means the world to me. I'd like to thank my Legends family for loving me and having my back through it all. It has been so amazing to make the friendships I have made that will turn into lifelong friends. As for my coach Neil, I'd like to thank you for being Neil. He is a one-of-a-kind coach that not many can handle, but will always want the best for you. He pushes you to your max and makes sure you never ask for water breaks in a game. Only the other team can, and will never fail to show his true colors. Something that will stick with me forever with you is asking if you've had your tea before a morning game so I know to bother you or not. I'd like to say thank you for your support and for making my last 2 years the best. Lastly, I'd like to thank Josh, Carrie, Jim, and Richard for also getting me to the next level. It wouldn't have been possible without you guys for everything. Congratulations to everyone that is here. This is a very big accomplishment. And good luck to you all with your next chapter. And thank you for stealing our soccer balls, because now we have to bring our own to practice or run. So thank you. That's it. Thank you.
It was absolutely great to hear from the coaches their perspective on the teams and the players. And so I think we'd just like to take a moment right now to recognize the coaches for their support and leadership and guidance for all these players up here through this college recruitment process. And it was especially great to hear you guys that stepped up to speak about your stories. And I guess I never paid too much attention to how much Carrie ran you guys, so I'll keep a better eye on that. But great stories, and it gives a chance us all to hear a little bit more about your team, the players, and again, we wish you the best as you move forward. We have 3 things left. We have one, traditionally we have a letter that we put in front of you guys in the folder. Since we're not always able to be at all your signing days at the school, and some schools don't always do it, we want to make this night an official signing night. It's a letter that kind of summarizes your story and a club's commitment, and then kind of your commitment back to us. So I'll share that, and then my mom's going to come up and close everything out, and then at the end we're going to take a very big picture with all you guys together. So on behalf of all of our Legends FC coaches and staff, I offer you and your families heartfelt congratulations in reaching this milestone in your athletic careers and lives. Your journey to this day has been long, challenging, and marked by hard work and sacrifices. Your class has overcome unprecedented obstacles, which have ranged from significant college recruiting rule changes and league platform changes to facing the impacts resulting from living through the hopefully once-in-a-lifetime worldwide pandemic. The pandemic changed the foundation of your daily life and routine and sent you down an unknown path that had no predictable outcome. While battling the isolation, loneliness, and depression faced by everyone during this period, you showed the determination and resilience of your spirit to maintain your focus on your academic, athletic goals and aspirations. Furthermore, in many cases, you're able to lean on your Legends teammates and family to help one another stay on course and create memories of working together and supporting one another that will last a lifetime. The trials and successes achieved along this path have prepared you to confront adversity with poise and grace and demonstrate that only through perseverance can you achieve your dreams. You've all learned this lesson well. I'm confident your athletic and academic future are very bright. We at Legends are blessed to have spent so much time with each of you. Your commitment to our process has been outstanding, and we appreciate your loyalty to the club, particularly amongst the many changes in the landscape. Legends FC is a family, and your commitment to that family is admirable and very much appreciated by me personally and my team. Your class of 2023 is leaving a special mark on the history of the club, and you should be extremely proud of yourself. This is both an exciting and in some ways a sad time for me. I'm excited to celebrate and honor you and your family, your future success at the next stage of your career. I'm also sad to see you go because of the relationship we've built over the years and how impactful you've been on the club and in my life. In preparing for tonight, I found myself reflecting on the many individual feats, challenges overcome, and moments of inspiration shared with each of you. These are moments and gifts I will cherish. I know you'll be successful as you take the next step. The Legends coaching staff, management, and players are behind you 110% as you take your next steps in your journey. You have always have a home here with Legends, and I hope you'll come back to see us often. Again, we are all so proud of you. All right, so there's 2 copies, one that you'll leave on the table with us and we'll collect afterwards, and one you can take with you. And what you're signing is that you hereby agree that you will represent my family, myself, my family, my club to the highest level possible as I graduate and go on to play college soccer. I promise to take the experiences, good and bad, that I learned on this journey and apply them to my soccer, education, and my career. Most importantly, I promise to keep the club well informed of how I'm doing and come back to visit often. You guys can sign now. Now I'll introduce Mama Hodges.
Good evening. I'm Valerie Hodges, class of 1971. That's funny. I played powder puff football, and I sang in the high school choir. We had no senior night for either one of those. So I'm proud to be here to celebrate tonight with you on this very special Legends FC senior night. Congratulations to all of you. As you sit here contemplating your college plans, I know that you are perhaps nervous, anxious, feeling stressed with final exams. Maybe you're excited, or maybe already packed because you can't wait to get there. Your parents are possibly feeling sad about your leaving, or possibly they've already packed your bags. We've done what we do as a club, as coaches, as family, on and off the field, to prepare you for what is ahead. We've lived your dreams alongside of you. As I helped with nameplates and pictures for tonight's celebration, I looked at each picture, I saw your name, and I saw where you're headed. I am amazed by all of you. What can I say tonight to encourage and guide you in this next step of your life? Here's what I came up with. You guys are not the only ones that have special pictures here tonight. I brought my own. In December, I turned 70. I tried to get a banner or a poster, but every time I had to keep shrinking it down because the resolution wasn't going to come out clear. And who wants to show a fuzzy picture. So we're just going with this one tonight. In December, I turned 70, and my family planned and provided a surprise birthday party for me in Overland Park, Kansas, where I spent 41 years of my life. I've always given tunnels in soccer games, especially when the boys were little. I think we should still do it tonight for all of you, but we probably won't. But when I got out of the car to go to my surprise birthday party, there was a tunnel for me. And I don't know if these people know I've always wanted one. It was a surprise, but my tunnel, this night, this is how I felt. It was a special night for me, and it gave me a chance to reflect on all the people who were in my tunnel. I don't want to miss anybody, so I wrote everything down. Did your moms and dads ever make you do a tunnel? Come on. Yeah. And you appreciate it now, don't you? Aren't you glad they were there to support you? Okay. My tunnel was built by my friends, some of my neighbors, piano students, friends that my children grew up with and their children, work associates, and most of all, my family. My reflection of that created a grateful heart, and that has become the purpose for living each day past 70. My grateful heart list gets something added to it every day, but these will always be at the top. My faith, that gets me through things I can and cannot control. 47 years of life with the love of my life, Papa Hodges. 2 wonderful sons. One is my heavenly guardian angel, and one is my earthly guardian angel. Thank you, Josh. There he is, okay. Jill, Lexi, Maddie, and Aria, who all bring love, joy, and so much fun to my life. My Legends family, and you're all a part of that, and you're all a part of that as well. 20 years of history and relationships, and the honor of being called Mama Hodges. I'm grateful for friends and those living in other places around this country and that have been a part of my journey. And I'm most grateful that I still have the opportunity to live life and enjoy it and be grateful for everything that I have. I'm sure you get where I'm headed with this. What is on your grateful list tonight? I hope you're thinking right now of what you are grateful for. I've learned a grateful heart can help handle disappointments or tough situations by providing a different view or a new path that might be opening. Being grateful, saying thank you for what's in front of you can possibly eliminate regrets. Being grateful and saying thank you to that person could encourage someone else. Every day is a gift. Being grateful for that puts a smile on each day. I realize that your reflection time may only be 17 or 18 years if you go by your birthday like I did, but graduation would be a great time for a gratitude check. Who and what got you to this day? This is my encouragement to you tonight. Get started on your list and purpose in your heart to live a grateful life. On my grateful short list is Dr. Seuss, who allowed me to collaborate to create Oh, the Places You'll Go, Volume 2 by Dr. Seuss and Mama Hodges for our very special Legends Senior Nights. Tonight, he and I dedicate this to the class of 2023. Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss and Mama Hodges, Volume 2. Oh, the places you'll go are exciting, but then what gets you to there is the places you've been. Oh, the places you've been have caused you to grow. You may have learned more than you even know. Oh, the places you've been, the list is quite long, Memories with you make me break into song. That's from my choir days in high school where I didn't get a senior party. Remember the hard work you did at each place, but also the fun that put smiles on your face. Oh, the places you'd go were at limit 1 year, since wearing masks was a part of your gear. Missing events through no fault of your own, we are impressed by your courage shown. Oh, the places you've been, you remember each trip, wearing your Legends gear bag on your hip. Your team and your family support you each time. When you won a medal, you all felt sublime. Oh, the places you've been, by bus, plane, or car, or maybe to Silver Lakes, not very far. Your training, your games in all kinds of weather, all helped you learn and work better together. Oh, the places you've been, you treasure right now, but in a few years you'll look back and say, wow. You have lots to remember with a heart full of pride. You are gifted and talented. Don't ever let that hide. Oh, the places you'll go, there is fun to be done. There are points to be scored and games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Oh, the places you've been, we've all loved being there. A part of the cheering with all those who care. Your coaches, your managers, all there for you. One family, one club, one mission, it's true. Oh, the places you'll go, you can treasure your past. Oh, the places you'll go bring adventure real fast. The things that you've learned will follow with you. Now on to the lessons that teach something new. Oh, the places you go will require your best. The places you've been have put that to the test. The strength and endurance you've shown from your heart. Oh, the places you'll go will need that from the start. Oh, the places you'll go, you can go there with pride. Memories and friendships remain by your side. Go make a difference in ways that you can. Our love goes with you. We're forever your fans. The end. I know you're used to teachers making you read things and look at stuff up and all of that, but tonight I brought this. And before I go down, I would like us all to read this together. It's not an eye test, but for some of you it might be back there. Okay, are you ready? You ready? I'll go 1, 2, 3. All right, now I just want you to do it one more time like you mean it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was awesome. Thank you.
What a great night. Congratulations again to everybody. Before we end the special night and head to the lobby for some really delicious treats and make sure there's none left, take them all home. And they were specially made by one of the managers in our club who has been begging to make them for you guys. So while you're eating them, enjoy them. I'm gonna ask all of you to slowly come up to the front. We're gonna take a big group picture. I'm gonna ask the parents to stay in your seats while we take the group picture. After we take the group picture, you guys are more than welcome to come up, set the tables up, however, with your stuff, and do some pictures. But I'm gonna have the kids come up first. Okay, some of you are gonna stand, and some of you are gonna sit on the edge of the stage, and then some of you are gonna kneel. Come on up, don't be shy. Come on up, up to the front, up to the front. Everybody up. Some of you sit along the bottom of the stage. Keep coming, keep coming. Go on, Kyla. Go on, girls. I'm so glad I got to witness your coaches all embarrass you. Keep going. Squeeze in. A couple more sit in the front. What's up, Ash? Hi, how are you? Good. Good job. Edwin or Irving, how are we looking? You guys, this row, move closer to them. If you guys can kneel. Yeah, like, what is that, Etch? Like this. Etch says like this. Second row, all of you are doing this. Sorry. Second row, all of you are doing this. Look at me over here. There we go. Like this. Okay. Irving, how are we looking? Everybody look to the middle to see Irving. That's who's taking the picture. What do you need from them, Irv? Guys, get in. Legends! Oh, they didn't want to say it? Do you guys still do that? Hands up?
Hands up!
Wait. I'll do it.
Money.
I don't think everybody knows that. All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks for a great night. You're welcome to come up here and take pictures with your athletes, and please enjoy refreshments out in the lobby. There's also screens out front, backdrops out front that you can take pictures in front of.
Oh, there's Brooke.